It's so much easier to hate. It's more popular to hate. You make more money if you hate. You get more views if you hate. You get more attention if you hate. So it makes sense why everybody's doing it. That's the new thing. In this era where clout and attention are monetizable, it makes complete sense why people say and do anything to make their next dollar. No consideration of other people's circumstances, feelings, or general humanity and livelihood. No real positive messages in the videos or in the tweets. Just pure, unadulterated hate. For profit, attention, and to make yourself feel better about that life that you hate. Why are we like this? It's a great question. Let's talk about it. You know, I started this video a long time ago, way before the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. But now that I'm in this era, it's even more interesting to me just how lucrative hating can be at every level. Because essentially, what is rap beef? It's just hating on the next man, on wax, with a little 808 with some hi-hats kicking in the background. And we've seen beef, controversy, and hating in general used in many different ways to provide a second wind to waning careers, to build entirely new careers, and just for the sport of it. And those be the funniest ones. Whether it's just jumping on a bandwagon and hating somebody that people already hate, or becoming a pioneer and starting a new hate train. No matter what,
hate is just so lucrative. What is it about hating on niggas that we love so much?
Let's take it back to, elementary school, middle school. When somebody wanted to be funny, they would just make the joke out of somebody else at their expense. Because it's so easy to do. Instant gratification, it doesn't require too much thinking. You don't have to actually construct a real joke. You can just say, hey, look at him. He's so black, when you turn the lights off, you can't see him. That won't hurt me a lot in school, fuck y'all. But in any case, it's a quick and easy joke, and you get, some laughs and attention from it. And that's all the kids really wanted. But that is the mindset of children. On the internet, we are supposed to be adults, at least most of us. But as you can see, a lot of us did not grow out of that childish mindset. And so for attention, fame, or any of that little bit of money that you get from engagement, we're throwing up the most heinous, full court shots of hating and just hoping that something hits. And the worst part of it usually does. And I hate to be the one that has to have this conversation because I'm a personal fan of bullying as character development. But sometimes it's just too much. There's a fine line between jokes that are at the expense of other people and wishing on and actively participating in the downfall of somebody that you don't like for whatever reason. Bring back bullying, but let's stop hating. Everybody tries to disguise it as jokes. That's their cop-out. They'll say some of the worst things, try to ruin somebody's life, money, relationships, and then be like, I was just joking, as a cop-out in case it doesn't hit. We see you. You're not low. You're not slick. But in any case, I think the major part of the problem is exactly how your race said it.
Back in the day, you in school, you wasn't in classrooms with the dumbasses. I always say this. There was in other classrooms with 5 teachers, 3 students in that bitch riding small-ass school buses. We didn't get to hear and see the opinions of these dumbass, hating-ass niggas. You feel me?
We are overexposed to the people who had 3 teachers and only 10 students in their classroom. The ones that had extra help on every test. The ones that got a packet to graduate. The ones that got put out of class once a week to go talk to the counselor. Once you're an adult, you can't tell who the challenged kids are anymore until you see their takes on the internet. Either genuinely believing the takes that they have, or subconsciously using hate as a band-aid for the life that they are living. No matter what it is, those that know better gotta approach it with grace, even if there's no grace being offered to you. Now, hating to me does not encompass every time you talk bad about somebody, or talk about them in general. You are completely entitled to your opinions. But the way that you say things and the place that it comes from at times will let you know whether or not it's really hating. Let's play a game. You see this rapper here, Lil Triple Homicide. He raps about his life, which is violence, guns, nonsense, over great beats and has made millions of dollars. You, on the other hand, are a conscious rapper. You've made a lot of great songs, spoken a lot of positive messages, but you've made a whopping $0 from your records. You may not be a fan of Lil Triple Homicide's music, but now, do you get on Twitter and say, the rap game right now just sucks, Lil Triple Homicide sucks, y'all ruining the art, and y'all don't appreciate real music? Now, that may be a feeling that you might have, but where does it really come from? It's the envy that you have for a man that's more successful than you, as hating. And that's where we get into the part where I think a lot of people are going to disagree at. Even if you're telling the truth, you can still be hating. Your opinion is coming from your outlook on life, and for most people,
It's not a very good outlook. Let's talk about it.
When you think about the idea that most people in the world are generally unhappy, you start to understand the reason why it's so easy to, 1, bond with people over hate, and 2, why people are so attracted to negativity. It's just easier. There's so many archetypes of this. They see somebody enjoying life and they feel like they didn't deserve it, a social media influencer, the Haktua girl. Or they'll see a natural born athlete, somebody that was born with the genetics to be 6'8", 6'10", and just dislike them for the fact that they never grew, but this guy did, and now he can play ball just because, God said he could. I understand your pain. I'm 5'8", okay? I'm never gonna play basketball professionally. I can't even play basketball at the rec. I be getting my ass beat. It's okay. Not everything is for you.
Just a music channel. Some people were born with connections, born in the right city, went to the right college to find the right people that gave them something that you're still working hard for. I know that they didn't work as hard as you're working right now. I'm sorry that happened. That doesn't matter. It can all be true, but the place that it's coming from, when you go and spread your negative opinions about them, their life, and what they've done, is a place of hate, of envy. It's exactly how it happens for artists in their hometown. Everybody around them sees them going up, sees the life that they want to build, and sees, oh, he's worked hard, but I feel like I worked harder than him. I had the chance to work with him. I dubbed it because I didn't like his music or whatever else. I didn't like what he was doing. They start going up, and then the world around them decides, I don't want you to be where you want to be at. So either they do something to him, or they, say something about him on the internet. Whatever the case may be, the crabs pull him right back down into the barrel. Hating. You may not like my examples, but you know as well as I know that what I'm saying is somewhat true. If you're really happy, you don't even bother commenting on other people's lives unless you're asked about it. It doesn't matter to you at all what other people do. You're just living. Unless you're this one special group of haters. Those that hate for sport. Now, I've hinted at this before. Hating is a trend. If you're tapped into online culture as of right now, what's super popular is the idea of rage bait. Saying the most outrageous, outlandish things, either within your own community or in other people's communities, and trying to get them as angry as possible. 1, for the engagement, and 2, for the funny points between you and your friends. Also popular is clipping things out of context, misquoting, and just lying in general in order to make other people look and sound crazy. Now that's amateur level. Of course, it's done with ill intent, intentionally, in order to just benefit yourself. You don't really envy them. You don't really care about their life that much. It's just what you felt like doing today. But there's a competitive, professional level of hating that a lot of people don't know about, or at least they're trying to ignore, but it works so well. More recently, we've seen hating work at a global scale. Our musicians use hate and controversy to fuel their careers, whether it's hating on somebody overtly to keep your name in a news cycle, or it can be subtle hate, painting others in a bad light to make yourself look better. Whatever way it goes, hip-hop culture in general is a major proponent of these type of situations. Whether it's our reality shows or our influencer beefs, rap beefs, whatever it is. Like, no knock to anybody involved at all, but we're gonna have to have some uncomfortable conversations about how Kendrick Lamar uses dissing other people as a way to boost his sales and increase his standing. Or how Nicki or Eminem will use hating to keep their name circulating within the younger folks, even when it be time to hang it up. Drake is also an avid hater on records. We're not gonna leave him out. I can't say whether it's for gain, whether it's his envy or jealousy, but he's always rapping about somebody and they girl. Negativity just seems to breed more and more attention being paid. Must be human nature. But I think I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more next week.
To get a response from me, it has to be something really for me to gain.
Again, controversy is a great marketing tactic. It'd be insane not to use it if you see it working for all these other people. So I get why there's always people dissing in rap songs. I get why, there's always a rap beef of the month. Because if you can get people talking about you, even if they're talking negative, they're talking. And then you can use that to make some money. And because of that, and because, just disliking people and voicing that is just so natural to the human experience, I don't think we're ever going to be in an era past hating. But to me, at least, I think it's good to understand where it comes from, understand why people do it, to understand that some people should be held at fault. Some people just don't know any better. You know how hard it is to form an actual opinion based off of actual information, logic, absolving yourself of, your hate, your personal feelings, having a basis that can be understood by somebody other than yourself. It's a very hard task to accomplish. Now, in comparison, do you know how easy it is to just make a statement that you just feel? Like, yo, yeah, I don't like this guy because I feel like he's a bitch. Oh, case closed. He's a bitch. That's all it takes. A lot of times people are just lazy and, for lack of a better word, stupid. They just don't want to do the hard work. Having emotionally intelligent and factually based conversations is not for everybody because those are hard things to do. They just want to say whatever comes to their mind, doesn't matter who it hurts, because it's their truth. And it is their truth, which is why I can understand it. Because honestly, sometimes y'all on the internet be way too sensitive in the first place. But there's always got to be a balance between these polar opposites. And shit leaving your mind in your mouth with the intention to harm probably shouldn't be it. Didn't your mom ever tell you, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all? I think that's my main takeaway from everything. Leave with a message of positivity, because god damn, I'd hate to be some of these artists, football players,
Or just celebrities that have to get on here and see y'all talk about their lives every day with no positive takeaway. That would definitely ruin a good day.
but I can't stop you. Hate is a cycle. Sometimes hate is humor. Right now, hate is a trend. All the time, hate is a lucrative business. It's easy to do, sometimes so easy that it's actually harder to love. I just hope in the future, we reel it back a little bit. In any case, you yourself should lead with a positive message. Even if you dislike it, throw something positive out there. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Or do. If you have a record to sell, it don't matter to me. In any case, that's enough what I think. What do you think?